So how do I learn English language? Number one is get a teacher. This is, of course, obvious way how to learn English. You need to get a teacher, someone who taught you the rule of this English. Consider English language like a game. You need to find out the rule. You need to understand how this game works. You need to know the rules. You need to know, if you have to break the rule, at least you have to know the basic rule of the game so that you can send your message to your audiences. I think it's not, of course, obviously this is not something you're going to learn fast. In my cases, I took more than 5 years or so. Around 5 years to understand how to use language. Around 5 years for me to understand language I should use to articulate my idea, to send my message from my head to my audiences out there. Number two, the answer is get community. You need community that will support you, community with same interests. Because with the community, you can actually speed up your learning process. You have fun in it. You satisfy your need of social interaction at the same time. You get applause and support probably from people around you. And this is the best way for you to, I think one of the best way to learn English language is you find someone with a similar interest with you. Someone who can give you support, someone who can give you some joke, someone who can give you new insight about your thought, about your description, about your presentation. Number three, ideas that I think effective for you to improve your language or English speaking skill or English language skill or English communication skill is try writing and check how people react. I was blogger since, as long as I remember, since 2000. I am a blogger. I consider myself a blogger before I start my YouTube channel. And I think blogging is one of the best way for me to practice my English communication skill. I don't have successful blog posts. I don't have successful website or blog yet. But I found out that if I do not think about my audiences, if I don't care about my audiences, if I don't care how many people are going to react or read my blog posts, I can write a lot. But of course, my engagement is pretty low because my grammar and structure and structure is pretty much is a mess. My English grammar and my English structuring skills, if I put that on that writing path, is pretty much under standard. Number four, record your voice and see how people react. This is what works best for me. I never realized that my voiceover I never realized before that my voiceover can influence many Westerners out there. In the past, I have a two YouTube channel, and on the second channel, I use my own voiceover to present ideas that I want to share on my YouTube channel. I use my voiceover, and I found that my voiceover attract more than 1 or 2 Western audiences. It attract around 4,000 audiences. I never realized before that my voice career is better than my writing career. I never realized until I tried that people actually like my voice more than my writing skill. Or maybe because I'm not sharing my writing skill result or my writing skill results to public. I have no idea. Maybe YouTube has a better algorithm sending my art to audiences that never find me before. Anyway, but record voiceover for me works, and how see how people react. Voiceover now is I think voiceover is part of my career, but it's only side career because my main career is still running 2 YouTube channels. I take the research responsibility. I take the research part, and someone else take the editing part. And what I do in this channel is make the research. I take responsibility to choose what kind of topic I will publish to my audiences. At this time I speak, at this time I make the presentation, At the point I make this presentation, around 300,000 people following my show, trying to find out trying to find out what interests me, and then hopefully and something interesting that I share, I think also interested them. I'm sorry if I structure my language crap. I'm not a little bit nervous. I have to text you that this is a little bit nervous things. But record your voiceover and see how people react. This what works for me. But before I record my voiceover, I trying to put my art in the writing format. It didn't work. But at least I found that I can write something that is... The writing also somehow entertain me. It gives me amusement, writing gives me a little bit entertainment. But eventually I found that voiceover is much better. I also find it entertaining. It feels me good when I'm using my voiceover to affect people, to influence people, although it's only 5 minutes or short, but it feels great. And it also improved my English communication skill using my voiceover. By using my voiceover skill, at the same time I increase my English communication skill. And I don't need to worry again about English learning skill, because what I do now is already more than learning. I learned by doing something that useful, I thought, and at the same time it's not only useful but also earn me some financial benefit. And last one, repeat and improve your presentation skill. This is the challenging part. I try to repeat. This is my current level of learning process. I need to repeat and improve my presentation skill. It is challenging me. It is something new that I never done before, because public is watching me at the left side of my hand. They're also watching me. It gets me a little bit nervous, but I found that when I move my hand, when I try to face the reality that this is my destiny, I feel like, inshallah, I'm cool with that. So, how do I learn English language? My advice is, get a teacher, surround yourself with community with the same interest with you. Try writing your ideas in the blog posts. Try how people find how people going to react with your art. And if your writing is not give good engagement, and if your writing do not attract new engagement or strong engagement from mass, you can try other option. You can try 4 options, and then you can try 4 option, which is record and find how your voiceover influence the mass. My voice art works better than my writing art. Writing art, I thought, requires a lot of learnings, how to follow the rules. There's so many rules, how to make a good English writing text, English writing sentences, English writing blog posts. There's so many rules to follow, and I do not have time to follow all that rules. VoiceOver is much better because I need to do just find a text in front of you or hire someone to write your text, and then what you have to do is just translate the text to a voice file, to audio file, and throw it to the people, and then publish them to public, publish those combinations to public, and see how public react.